And I'm only showing this screen right here so that y'all can see Deanne with a mustache. So. But everybody is here to see you. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm incredibly excited. I'm going to try not to be just totally manic.
Oh, be manic. It's okay.
Okay.
You do you. And I was just telling Deanne backstage that I'm freakishly excited. So if I go manic,
Same, same.
yeah, same. And boy, was it what almost what 6 weeks ago that it was like I've never had Deanne on my channel.
I something like that. Yeah, it seems crazy to hear you say that, but I think you're probably right. Because
Yeah.
we did, I was like, July this time, just organizing, arranging all the things. So I think you're right.
Yeah, because we had that was when you were with Allie, Heart Soul Connected.
Yeah, yep. And that
So
would have been, yeah, like mid-June or maybe the first weekend in June, something like
it's
that.
crazy. It's crazy. So, but thank you for being here. It's so wonderful. It feels like, I mean, I've watched a lot of your videos, of course, and there's certain things that you've inspired, and everybody knows about those, including the
Sip, sip.
for those of you who do not know Deanne, first of all, go like and subscribe to her channel. She is linked at the top. Oh, and so so yeah, it's all like sip sip, and so that's cool. But so how are you on this fine Saturday morning?
I am super awesome. I have just been hanging out at home with my awesome little family. Ryan
Yes.
made me breakfast.
Ooh,
Vela woke me up a little early, and I was trying to kind of be irritated about it. But then Chris Kelly McFadden was live painting, so then I wasn't irritated anymore. And yeah, I had my coffee, had breakfast. We went on a little family walk around, I say the loop because it's bigger than a block. We have a beautiful neighborhood where they left old growth trees and things like that. So it's not just like they cleared it out and put a bunch of houses. So it's
mhm.
windy and beautiful. Went on a walk. It's like pre-rain, and that's my favorite. So that's my day so far. And now I'm just so excited to sit in my little nest of treasures and hang out with you.
Excellent, excellent. And let's say hi to a few people because there
Yeah.
are 18 people who are watching, and this is incredible. And Nancy Crohn's Intuition is my newest moderator. Uh,
Oh,
so
lovely.
she is here, and Nancy and Jane the Seeker are going to be live with me. And let me get my calendar on July 17th. We're doing readings with the art of affirmations. We're doing 3 card readings for that. So
Ooh.
like and subscribe. You'll find that. I have to put that away. Um, Danielle is here. 3 of Cups, Eclectic Tarot.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Robin, Toadstool Tarot. Hello, hello. And yeah, and Nancy enjoyed watching Chris paint today as well.
Wasn't it awesome?
Yes, yes. I was actually running an errand because there was someone who was very generous and was giving me some medical supplies that I needed, and I was like, "Okay, I'll drop everything." So and do that. So, Ramon is here. Moon Scarab, good to see you. And oh look, Deanne's here. Yay!
Like
Uh,
dance a bit.
and Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path is here. Thank you, Ramon. It's fun. I'm always love. Now that I have a rhythm of how to create these intros and exits, it's there's no stopping me now.
Right, right.
It's like so. If you need me to create you an intro or an outro, people contact me.
Ooh.
Teresa is here. Hello, Teresa. Speaking of Chris, Elemental Cartomancy. So, and here you go. Great haircut.
It's a new thing. Actually, I do this like probably every 4 or 5 years, but you all have really only seen me with like shoulder or beyond, except for my old picture had my hair chopped off like before I was on and I was just chatting. But yes, this is probably pretty drastic as you see, but I like to donate it every few years. So
That's beautiful.
yeah.
I love that. And here you go. OMG, we have two sexy little babes with their fresh haircuts. Yeah. I did get
Yes.
a haircut on Wednesday. Is that when you did it? Or
Yes, it is. It sure
yeah,
is.
yeah. Because I sat down with my hairstylist and I said, if you want to go shorter, she goes, do you want a mohawk? And I'm like, no. She says, you look really cute in a mohawk. And I'm like, thanks. I like
Don't
hair
get
on
carried
this side.
away.
Yeah. Just like
It
going,
looks great.
thank you. Thank you. Pamela Batchelor is here. Hello, Pamela. Yep. There you go. Sip, sip. There, Sip, sip is Deanne's middle name.
I already have a really long name, so
Yeah, but see, here's the question is where would the sip sip go? Would it be like blue sip crescent sip tarot?
oh, I just meant my real name is
Oh,
also really long because when I got married, I made my middle name part of my first name. So actually, my first name is Deanne Brooke because I'm just really extra. Like,
um, we appreciate
so,
extra.
and then I made my maiden name my middle name. So, you know,
So long as you're here, that's cool.
I'm playing it with this fan right now, but I don't know if I can ever open it.
Oh, there you go. You want my tip?
Yeah.
Um, the one side has the company name on it, so you always face the
Oh,
side that doesn't have it, so it thwarps appropriately.
mine doesn't have a name, but it has like I see that piece that you're talking about.
Yep.
But I think I have to do it toward myself and before. If you all want to check out like bloopers of me trying to work this when Gerald first sent it, you can just check out my old stuff. You'll
There
see.
you go. Jane the Seeker is hosting me on Tuesday for Tuesdays with Tarot Stash.
I love a little Tuesdays with Tarot Stash, I must say.
I do too. I do too. Pamela Batchelor is here. Miss Charlotte, hello. And oh look, who else have we missed? Beth Espasia Rising. Good to see you. Just getting caught up. Kristen is
We,
here. Hi. Vanessa S. I don't know,
amazing.
Vanessa, if you know Deanne, but this is Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot.
We know each other from chat a little bit, but I don't know really beyond that.
Yes. And Beth said, you look great. I love your hair. It becomes you.
Thank
So
you.
there you go. Allison is here, Aries Girl Tarot, and Allison will be on the Mystic 4 on Monday at 7 p.m. I am hosting that, where we do readings about a variety of things. So, yes, you have a wrench. Use your power for good. So, Sonia is here. Hello. Yeah, yes, that is so true because we have the best chatters.
Best.
There you go. And Teresa just subscribed to Deanne.
Thank you.
Viviani is here. Hello. I'm loving this. Robin asked, is that called a bob?
It is because it's all the same. Usually I get a few layers in the front, even when I get it really short, but it is a bob because it's all the same. I didn't even get it textured or anything. But here's a trick. If you get like a blunt cut, and because I like to put the sides up a little bit when it's short, then it makes your own layers.
Oh.
So if you get layers in it and then you put it up on the side, they might like slip out and stuff, especially with shorter hair. So it's just, I did on purpose this time. My hair is still pretty thick. I'm lucky, but relatively speaking, I've been shedding a ton. And so that's part of the reason I was motivated to get it cut anyway, because it was just
Plus it's
My
summer.
hair. It was a whole thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and Melruta is here. Hello. Oh, and Robin said that hump day is now hair day. What's that like
Exactly.
for you, Robin? That was mean. So
Maybe he's the barber. He's the stylist.
there you go. Okay. And so just scrolling through. Um, oh, good, because I have an extra butt. I think I missed something there.
We
Okay.
must have.
Yeah, I did get it cut. So, um, and okay, just getting caught up. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. And okay, so Tom, Early Ritual is here. Hello, Tom. Does Tom subscribe to you? Do you know Tom? Do you subscribe to Deanne?
I don't really know. I mean, I haven't been on in a while, so I don't know. Like usually I just see new people in a live every so often, but it's been a while since I've been just on hanging out. So I don't know. But I do
Well,
recognize Tom from your chats.
okay. Well, and no pressure, Tom. Pressure. Um,
You
but
best.
yeah, I'm looking forward to Mystic 4 and Nancy. Deanne, you look radiant.
Thank you.
She
Thank
does.
you.
She does. And Miss Charlotte says, I have an A-line bob. I do it myself. Not willing to spend $400 for a cut. I have a house to pay. $400.
Where
Good Lord.
where do you I gotta clutch my pearls. I don't know. I live in the Midwest. We don't it's not like that here.
Well, I'm like going, is somebody with tiny hands cutting that and it takes like all day? That's like crazy.
You're paying for the labor.
You're paying for the labor. Oh my gosh. Miss Moonlight Musings is here. Hello, Aquarius Al, Debbie. And my boyfriend's getting his haircut today. I hope you like it. And okay, so just getting caught up because I've got stuff. Oh, I love it. Tom is like, I may not,
I
but
may.
I will at the end of the show, Oh, here, know your limits, subscribe responsibly. So,
Fun fact, also, I see people talking about the haircut prices. Mine was actually free because I was donating my hair. So certain places will give you a free cut
oh,
if you're donating.
nice.
So look at that.
Okay. Okay. And Jane the Seeker said, my husband has hair to his butt and beard past his belly. He wears suspenders and looks like a yard gnome.
Jay.
Jane, you need like a red hat for him.
Yes.
I totally want to see that. Hershey, the shadow reader, is here. Hello, Hershey. Hershey has been really, really busy of late. Lots of
Guess
videos.
so.
Yes, lots of videos. Plucky Heroine is here. Hello, good to see you. And no, you're paying their mortgages or rentals. The price of real estate is so high. Jeez.
Yeah,
Sylvia
I
is here.
see. Hi, Sylvia. I see Beth talking about like color and stuff too, and that of course is more. I didn't do a drop of anything, as you can see. My little um magic hairs up front, but yeah, color, that's a whole different story. And you know,
I I I actually like that. Your magic.
yeah.
What'd you call that?
My magic hairs, they're like, some people call them like unicorn hairs. I really don't mind the gray. What I don't care for is like the little pokey ones, so I'm like ripping those out constantly. I think you're not supposed to, but yeah, this, like, I don't mind, but I just don't want them sticking up like a cactus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Vanessa.
I agree. So many people in the chat.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So, well, I have Deanne here, and Deanne, one of the things that if you want to give people an update about what's going on, and that would be lovely because then we're going to talk about recent acquisitions and stuff that is making us happy. And I do have a surprise, something to show Deanne in this bag that y'all don't know about. And
He
I
told me.
like it.
Told me he had a surprise, and I can't wait to see.
Yep. Yep.
So basically, with me right now, just swimming along in my personal life. Most of you know I work full time with my two little treasures of babies at home. I mean, Max is 5.5, but whatever. And so that's what my weekly looks like. My tarot life, as far as tarot tube, is sporadic right now. I've been doing like little collabs with other people. I was on with Ginger Faye back in, I don't know, April or May. And then I was on with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected, as Gerald mentioned earlier. I was on with Scott like a few months ago. That would have been like in February. I did Major Favorites, like revisited for Chris, but it was my first time doing it. We did that paired up
Sure.
maybe about a month ago. So like right now I'm just kind of sporadically coming on with friends to kind of stay in the loop and do fun stuff. And basically you just never know what my tarot tube schedule is going to be like. I have in the past done like regularly scheduled things. That was before I had my second baby, of course. So just a busy, happy life, and I just pop on when I'm able. So,
and that's okay. I
yeah.
mean, that's perfect, because one of the things that you did for, I actually took off. Oh, one of the things that you did for a while was the Kim Cran's archetypes.
Yes. And I will finish that. I'm almost, or I should say we, because I've always done them live so that everyone can kind of participate and hang out. And I will be finishing that at some point. That's kind of next on my list of like, okay, this is the thing I'm going to get back to, because I'm definitely not going to leave it sitting there forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so great. And I would encourage people to check those out.
Well, yeah, and they're wonderful, because this is part of, again, best chatters. We learn by sharing and by having conversations, and you're great at facilitating that conversation,
Thank
if I
you.
say so myself. So there we go. I knew I had to have that out. So
Yes.
because, and Pamela is waving to everybody. Lots of people who've, like Tom is just got up and is barely functional. So
That's okay.
totally understand that. Totally understand that. So, um, do you have a deck that you've been I mean, when you're not doing YouTube, how what are you doing with the tarot and oracle and stuff?
So I love tarot, oracle, Lenormand. I love stacking, layering cards, things like that. I do have a little client group that I do readings for, sometimes video, but mostly just like written and sending photos and things like that. I do also send, I will send like physical cards sometimes of like duplicate decks that I have and I break up. Some of those individual cards go to the Allie Facebook group. So those of you who are familiar with Allie Min's Tarot, there's also a group, and it's sort of like pen pals, and we send each other mixed matchy cards.
Sure.
And some people might be making a moon deck, or some people might be making a certain zodiac deck, or decks with rain, or just a random mashup. So I have like little stacks of things. You know, we do buck a card swaps in that group. But then also with those kind of broken up decks, I will send like physical card readings to people in the mail. So that's something I love doing. And then like for my personal practice, it's again very layered. I like mixing a bunch of stuff together. And I will say that they kind of like build, you know, it's not just a mess of things. You know, I'll lay out tarot cards. I do a daily draw, and usually once a week, I will take the time to do like a 3 or a 9 card thing. And then that's when I do like the layering. So, might put some tarot cards down, might put some oracle cards in the corner, might do a little Lenormand, might throw some charms on top. I just really love like the houses method in Lenormand, and I apply that to everything else that I do.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, my little, I just sneak away to my little tarot room and climb through my piles of everything and get tucked in. Some of you have seen behind the scenes in here, and it's a little crazy sometimes. But yeah, I just get tucked in here and do a little this and that. And
Yeah. I mean, and let's face it, you work full time, you're a parent full time,
mhm.
and you take the time when you can.
Yep,
So,
that's right.
so oh, Pamela Batchelor said, I want to make a camping deck.
Ooh,
That's
see?
interesting. Okay. So you're talking about the, layering.
Mhm.
Do you ever find that it gets complicated?
Um, at this stage, I don't. If I feel like, let's say I just put out my tarot cards and I'm thinking, well, I don't really know what this is talking about. Because a lot of times I'll do just like a blind, even for myself, just what's the energy coming up or what do I need to know kind of open thing.
Mhm.
Um, if the tarot bit of it is sort of feeling complicated or not exactly making sense, then putting more on top of it helps me. So, the bottom card speaks to the top one, and then I say, "Oh, it's about this." The Lenormand bear is on this, so I know that that's it's shifting into my responsibility or my overseeing something, and so it helps me kind of clarify it, so that when um, for me reading for myself, it's either immediately I'm like, oh yeah, or half the time I feel like I don't. Well, what's it about though?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it kind of helps me focus it in a little.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes I find it challenging to read for myself. So on those times, I will grab the book and I'll use that for some bibliomancy as I scan it. What is it that's catching my eye? And that
Right.
helps the floodgates open.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Miss Moonlight Musing asks, do you have any easy method for recommendation to learn the grand tableau?
I was just going to say, because I didn't really think about this before, that really the only thing I don't stack on top, like sometimes I'll put charms on Lenormand, but if I'm doing a Lenormand Grand Tableau, that's all that's there
Yeah.
most of the time because um, that's the nature of Lenormand to me is that it's very layered and there are these little mazes that you find, knighting
Yes.
and mirroring and chaining back to a certain card. So that's why I love that because it's like a little scavenger hunt finding all the patterns in it.
Yes.
And so that's the only thing I don't really touch except for maybe like a little charm on top at the end.
Mhm.
But so easy method or recommendation to learn the grand tableau. I would say to my basis for all things Lenormand started with Kelly Fitzgerald at the
Yeah.
Truth and
I was
Story.
just pulling this out.
Yes, yes. So I also have that book that Gerald's holding up. It's Kelly's like secret guidebook. Basically, it's her personal um, all things cards that she made available on Lulu. And so I think there are 9 Lenormand videos on her channel
Mhm.
that are just free. She also offers classes, and that's the only cartomancy class I've ever taken, like cards in general, was her
Yeah.
Lenormand class a few years ago with all of my best buds. It was a great time. But even prior to that, I started practicing Lenormand in 2019. And I just started by watching those 9 videos that Kelly has up, and that's
Mhm.
my basis for it. I do also have, what's the one I use? I have a few Lenormand books, but I've really only cracked into The Essential Lenormand by Rana George.
Yes.
Um, that has been my other, aside from Kelly materials, that's been my other go-to for that.
Yeah. And here's Kelly's website, the truthinstory.com or the truth in story. Yeah.
Yep.
And she her classes are great. They are lengthy and filled with information, and this is a great book. If anybody has any of the mods can link Kelly's website, that would be great. So Nancy said, I have a few Lenormand decks, but never read with them. Lenormand is freakishly accurate and direct.
Yeah. Yeah. I will also say that once you have a basis, I wouldn't recommend it for the start because I feel like it's it's a little limiting if you start with it. But I have the Labyrinthos, Tina Gong, the creator of Seventh Sphere, and a bunch of other things that I can't think of right now. But the Labyrinthos app, it's the only card app that I have, and that's a great, it has Lenormand meanings. So you can just like press it open and it has, you know, it'll do a little card pairing. So the one of the foundations of learning Lenormand is learning those pairs.
Yes.
And that app is great for that piece of it. It gives you like all the different definitions that you could have because it's pretty nailed down. You know, you're not going to use the image and say, oh, this yellow flower means friendship, because no, it doesn't. It's a cross with yellow flowers around it. As Kelly would say, a cross is a cross is a cross. So
you got it.
It's I think that app is really helpful for once you kind of, it helps me to learn the whole rambly bit and then go back. So I watched all of those 9 videos and then I went back and practice at like pairing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Pamela Batchelor right now is work lurking because she's in Kelly Fitzgerald's Lenormand class right now. So Miss Moonlight Musing just ordered Kelly's the Nelly deck, which I have too.
Yes. I was gonna say I'll finish up my little Kelly love ramble with I totally biased. I love everything she does. So I mean, she's incredible. So
yeah. And Beth said, good idea, Deanne. I have 3 little Lenormand decks and I love them, but certainly could use guidance. You know, Peter J. Watts is here.
Good morning.
Doing chores. And Tom, early ritual a little bit back, said his Tildwick deck is out for delivery. Uh-oh. There you go. Yay. I love it. It was just right there. I love that. And Nancy said, I have a few Lenormand decks, but I've never read with them. It's a different mindset because, I mean, an anchor is an anchor is an anchor. So.
Right. And many of you also know that my number 1 deck ever is, I mean, they're all my babies and they're all my favorites. But my number 1 is Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very Lenormandish, right? And that's, you know, I love just a basic symbol. I also love a really busy, messy card. I love lots of things. It's part of the problem. But and that's why they're just clear little things, but when you combine them all together, it makes the story. So I just think that the pathways are fun.
I think it's great. And Sonia said, Deanne, being a mom is many hats and you do so much more. Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Allison, Aries Girl Tarot, never read for myself. It's pointless. I always think you know. Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain people in this chat that I bother occasionally for reading.
I got it.
Just tell me what to do.
Yeah, just tell me what this means. I've done that. I've sent stuff to people and I'm looking, what does this mean? I can't do it.
I am the type that sometimes needs a leader. I sometimes would like someone else to just guide me. So I feel you.
Yeah. And Robin, that's an absolutely good way to read Lenormand. All right. I'll watch them. I have a few books, but I feel like something has not clicked. I'm in Kelly Patreon. Oh, yeah. The book is great. And Kelly has a great TA too.
Yes, she does. The best around.
Yes, the best around. Does anybody know who that TA might be? Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think it's, oh
Hmm.
yeah,
Maybe.
he's
Yeah.
awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, the videos, oh, I see a Zane. I see Zane.
What? Zane,
Hi.
get caught up. Yep, there you are. Good to see you, Zane. Tarot Token Witchery.
But
So,
yeah, I would recommend to Miss Moonlight. For me, I'm an English major twice over. I love books, but as far as teaching me how to do something, I the videos really help me. Like I want to see her hands on the table.
yeah.
I want to see her going through and speaking everything. That really clicks it in for me. The book is great to go back to for reference,
Hmm.
but to really to get me into practice, it was so helpful to watch and listen to someone.
Yeah. And Jane the Seeker said, I see weddings in Lenormand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you hear this?
Well, yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, I sure did. I don't know if I was there at that actual. I think that was one of them that I actually missed live, but I was there a ton this summer. But I think I missed it live, but I did hear all about that, and it's amazing. I'm telling you, we are all brought to this tarot community for a reason. And I will tell you right here and now that Chris Kelly McFadden predicted or told me basically when I was expecting Vela. It was the week after Tarot-thon that year, and he was giving me a reading that I had given him in advance in case he needed one for Tarot-thon. He
Uh-huh.
didn't, but because he's so sweet, he did the leftover questions in his next Thursday. And you'll see he gets to a point and he says, okay, I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to message you about the rest of this. And just like goes on to the rest. Listen, y'all, you better watch out because these connections happen and then people just, they're going to know everything. Okay. So,
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, and I'm like going, oh, well, that's what I get for asking psychics about, how's my weekend going? There you
if
go.
you listen, I wouldn't have even minded if he said, but that was, and there have been others. Tangi has called things out. Bossaday from Ikali Sunflower. I'm telling you, people will just come out with it. So if you want to know, you can go ahead and ask.
Yeah, just be ready. And Tom, Early Ritual says, I plan to try and learn Lenormand. One of the reasons I justified the green glyph set. Ooh, look at that. You've not opened it yet?
Gerald,
Are you going to
no.
wait 25 months?
One of the things that brings me joy is having unopened treasures.
Thank you. Do you hear that? Do you hear that, people? I mean, the great Deanne Blue Crescent Tarot does that. See? Okay. I'm with
There
you.
are several, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 sealed decks over on my overflow shelf, plus this lovely. See, what happens is I like to be able to come in here and have a little Christmas celebration any
Yes.
time of year that I see fit.
That's exactly right. Um, Moonscarab Ramon said, I love Lenormand and use it a lot, especially combined with tarot and other divination tools.
Yeah,
So um,
Debbie.
I love it.
Jamie, yeah, it's out of my car. I brought it in just in case for today.
Okay, yeah. Jamie loves the Tildwick, which is probably the only reason I got it because I kept hearing about
Yeah.
it. I kept
Yep.
hearing.
I've been waiting for a long time. I'm so happy to finally have one.
Miss Moonlight Musings, my stretch deck is out for delivery.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Thank you, Nancy. A Crone's Intuition. Truth in Story. There's that. And Up Twisted Sushi is here. Hello. And Three of Cups, Eclectic Tarot, Danielle said Mildred is amazing. So there you go. Lots of people are loving Zane, like
Yeah.
most of us do. So,
Yes. I was just thinking about his cute little face a couple days ago.
mhm, there you
Yeah.
go. Um, and I love Lenormand. I have over 20 or more. I just have so much information, need something to solidify it. Yeah.
You're almost there. I can feel it. I can feel the desire that you have to do it, and it's going to be great. It'll happen.
And I think it'll probably happen when you practice and you do it and you just get out of your way. Because
Yes.
trust me, I am an overcomplicator, and you don't need to overcomplicate it. It is what it is. Just read what you see.
Yep. And like, again, fangirling over Kelly, but she will often say, just get cards on the table.
Yes.
What's the
That's
worst that's going to happen?
yeah.
It's great. You're going to have a great time.
Hershey is not familiar with the Mildred Payne. I knew you'd be
Okay.
able to do that.
Here's another thing that brings me joy. Kelly pouches. Okay.
Yes.
Kelly Bear. It used to be Miss Honey Bear on Etsy, and now it's something else. But you can find her on Instagram. So look at this tiny little cuteness. Okay. Here is the Mildred Payne. Secret Pocket Oracle. There's a whole little backstory to it. They are, to me, they're cute. To some people, they're creepy.
Yeah.
I love that it's little, because I often say little decks are like a secret anyway. And this whole thing is that this was found in the hem of her her asylum gown. Yeah. So just little symbols. They're numbered. The numbers don't mean anything, but I always include the numerology anyway. It's just a cute little oracle.
And this is a Patrick Valenza.
Yes, thank you so much. So
okay. He's
Deviant
the
Moon.
creator of the Deviant Moon and
Yeah.
many, many decks. And most recently, is it the Zammer twins?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
by the way, Jamie said, nice justification, my dear friend.
Yes.
So, oh, look. And Beth is waiting for 4 decks.
So. And I do understand. I see some people saying, different strokes, because I do feel like you're either, a saver or an opener. And listen, sometimes I have cracked open a deck right away, but it really just depends on my phase of life. And for the past 5.5 years, I've been momming pretty hard. So, I get the thing so that it doesn't go out of print, and I tuck it away for a little free time, which for me right now doesn't come around very often. So then when it does, I have something to kind of, squirrel into and be all happy about. So.
Okay. And Julie Kusha Watts is here. And I want to say, Julie is going to be on my channel because I have a book casual about the Real Sky Astrology Tarot workbook with Jamie on Tuesday, the 11th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And we're talking about this book.
Coming right up Tuesday the 11th. That is exciting.
Tuesday the 11th at 4 Eastern. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's like I started to do the thumbnail and then I got distracted looking at the book and whatever. Everybody understands what that's been.
Totally.
Yeah. Maruta only buys 1 or 2 decks a month. Waiting doesn't work for me. I get that.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm opening them in the elevator from the mailroom. So, yeah. What is waiting? Don't understand the concept. Well,
no, I will say too, like when I was working in the office, I would take one with me that maybe I got, the day before, and I would take it to work. And then on my lunch break, I'd open it right away. So for me, just everything's really, shifts back and forth to what I'm doing. But even so, I would have probably saved one. I would have dove into one and saved one wrapped up on the shelf. So
yeah. Oh, I completely understand. Allison is a minimalist, hardly purchased deck. So when I get one, I open to enjoy.
Perfect.
And yeah, Hershey was thinking I don't have a Lenormand deck. Then I'm reminded that I have the Shadowland Lenormand, which I have added recently to my collection because of I have the Shadowland Tarot.
I don't have either one of those actually, but I am a fan and I love the Lenormand especially because the book card is a copy of Bleak House by Charles Dickens, and I'm one of the crazy people in the world who has read Bleak House actually more than once. And but I have gifted that deck. So I have lots of love for it, and yeah, it's amazing. Fun facts.
Patrick's decks are very can be very addictive. Oh, thank you, Zane.
Look at that.
You. He's like I still know how to mod people. Don't forget.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
boom. So and yeah, lots of love for Julie. Okay, I'm getting caught up because it's like, yeah,
Love a
workbook.
good workbook.
Yep, yep. And I like to tuck a deck away from for a rainy day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, thank you, Miss Moonlight Musings. I have got so much stuff coming in July. I'm just thrilled. I'm just I mean, it's so much fun because and this was just added. You know, I've been doing the Tarot the Stash Way. And,
Yes.
and so Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing a Tarot the Stash Way with Angela, Betsy, and Deb. And we're talking about color.
Love it. Love that. Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that. And so I'm thrilled. And I am a hardcore extrovert. Surprise. I know, Deanne, you're shocked. You're shocked.
I had no idea. I did not know this about you.
So on Tuesday, I actually have I'm on 4 lives. I'm hosting 2 of them and I'm a guest. And
You are just primetime tarot tube.
I love it. I love it. Wani is here. Hello.
Oh,
I went to wait, but I've had the experience of 4 decks at different times being damaged, and 2 are from Kickstarter. So now I open everything straight away. Yeah, I get that.
understandable. I have been so lucky in that regard, thankfully, but I would just be sitting there with a damaged deck because Debbie, 250 points to Gryffindor, except for she's probably I think we've discussed this. I know Sandra's a Ravenclaw, but anyway, 200 points, 250 to Debbie for reading Bleak House.
Emerald Boot is here. Hi.
Hello.
I've not read I've not read Bleak House. It was a PBS series, or it was a series on public television. And so I think it was a BBC production, and I've not brought myself to watch it. Oh, look, Deanne's like, what?
I did not know that. No, gonna check it out.
I did get my ears lowered, Hershey. Oh yeah, and Jamie's extrovert. No.
Someone's got to do it.
Why are you canceling your giveaway idea? Okay, well, I get it. I get it. We can talk. Ah, Miss Moonlight Musings loves incorporating Myers-Briggs type indicator into the court cards. That's a great thing to do. Yeah, because you have enough court cards to be able to do that. I love that. So, thank you, Beth.
Yes,
And
I love it.
Lisa is here. Beth is a Ravenclaw. I am a Ravenclaw. Ah, there you go. Finally subscribed. So,
well, I hope you enjoy it.
yes. So, oh, Pia's Life is here. Hello. Emerald Buddha is Hufflepuff.
Lovely.
The LUA Tarot has a chart for the MBTI. Ooh. Okay. I don't know the LUA Tarot. Do you?
I do not.
Okay.
I have heard of it before, but I don't even have enough in my brain to picture it or anything.
Okay.
Maybe from Jonathan? I don't know.
Maybe. Patricia is here. Hello. And Oh, and Hershey says I'm definitely Slytherin.
All right.
I'm not Slytherin, although people at work thought, they were absolutely sure I was Slytherin, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. Debbie is Ravenclaw. Okay, Deanne, we have been rambling for 45 minutes, which is absolutely beautiful. And
Yes.
do you know Lisa? Lisa?
I do from chats.
Okay. Okay.
For sure.
And my whole plan was just to get you here. Other than that, I have no other plan. My question is do you want to see the surprise that I have?
I do. I really do.
Okay. So you at one point got a replacement oracle deck from Patrick Valenza, and you were using a circle punch.
Yes.
Um, it has been a lovely 45 minutes. So, and yes, there you go. And so, and you and Kelly Bear talks about somebody else. And basically, what you did was is you took a deck and you used a circle punch and you punched out parts of the images.
Yes.
So what I have done is inspired by you, Kelly Bear, and somebody else. I have circle punched these decks, and
Did
so
it. You did
talk
it.
about overcomplicating. Um, and so one of the things is, and I had a counterfeit Deviant Moon, and I wasn't happy about it.
Yep.
So I bought a replacement Deviant Moon, regular size, unbordered.
Yes.
And so I actually have in this bag are all
Yay.
the circles from
Yes.
all of these 4 decks. And
That's amazing.
so what I can do is I can take this 8 of wands, and then I can put something inside of it.
Yes.
Like this is, let's see if I can get it to stay. Come on.
I just came across this the other day in a chat when you were talking about it from way back when, because I was looking up a deck and I came to this part in the chat where you said you were going to make a full card with the punches. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So what we have here is this is where one of these days I'm actually going to get online and I'm going to call it overly complicated readings,
Yes.
because
Perfect.
we have the 8 of wands, or 9 of, wait a minute, we have the 8 of wands with the insert of the 10 of cups.
Beautiful.
And so when you think about that, it can mean, it's like, okay, the 8 of wands requires that I do some editing out and releasing, so then I can be joyful and the family can be happier and healthier emotionally.
Yes. This is like Lenormand houses, but fully integrated into one card.
Yeah.
Yes, this is amazing.
Yes.
I love it.
And so I even did it with the light seers. So and I'm going to quickly do this just so that people can see what it looks
Yes,
like.
it's amazing.
And so I have this is in the light seers. I have the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So from the Druid craft.
Yes.
So think about that. 10 of Pentacles. I mean, I see your mind reeling with that. You're like,
Uh-huh.
what?
Mm-hmm.
So Knight of Cups, a lot of emotional action, and get out of your heart and into the grounded and your and the habits of what things are there and your heritage. So
So much.
and
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a couple of my side like scrap cards over here still, because I still have never punched circles without you all. It's still sitting here. It's a project to be completed, like many things. But I had been talking about putting these in, like in my junk journal, my tarot junk journal, and like
Uh-huh.
writing lyrics in here, writing words, things like that. And so then the conversation went on to like putting other, Gerald was like, maybe I'll put a back on it and make it a card, all this stuff. So that is so awesome to see. I just love it.
Ooh, how's this? Follow your heart to find your legacy. That's brilliant.
Yes.
That's brilliant. And so the last one that I'll show is from the Druid craft, and it has the Deviant Moon in it. It's the Prince of Cups with the Two of Swords.
Ooh.
So so
So cool.
so it's just something that has made me ridiculously happy to do.
I
So
just love it. I can't believe too when you held up 4 decks and you're like, look, I've done all of these. I'm so impressed.
so well, and what's great is because at one point I thought, oh, let's just mix up the individual deck, and I can still do that.
Right.
But I like the idea of the energy that comes from the different decks. It's
Yep.
just it's a lot of fun.
That's amazing.
Well, thank you. So that was the surprise that I wanted to share with you because I love that.
It
So
makes me incredibly happy.
well, and
Boy,
you and Kelly Bearer, and Kelly Bearer, talks about, because Kelly Bearer was using the deck and was punching and gathering up, okay, what does this, what part of that deck that image summarizes that.
yeah.
So
Yep.
and
It may have been originally, I got the idea from Veronica Jude. That may have also been
that's
the
who it is.
Kelly
Yes.
person too.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
So but yeah. So, and okay, Hershey said, I have the transparent tarot and I have paired it with different tools, but I couldn't do it either. I mean, but well, and I'm they're mine, so I'm going to have some fun and I'm going to play with them with deck.
Right. Right.
So,
And for some, I, would just mod it however anyway. But this one happened to be a duplicate. My original Black Enchantment Midnight Edition was off, like it was cut off, like the image was off the card at one edge, so like every 7th card or whatever. And I emailed Patrick and his people. They sent one out straight away. So then I cut up my extra one. But yep, it's whatever. I can totally understand certain things not wanting to cut up. Like if I could get a duplicate, basically, if I really wanted to, then I would. I'm not going to be over here cutting up my Majestic Earth or anything like that. But it's whatever.
yeah. I mean, the circle punch, it's fun. I mean, it's just great. So,
It is so fun. So if you want to see how fun, some people say it's relaxing to watch me do it. I don't know. But most of the time I put circle punches in the title. Sometimes my lives are a mess and you don't know what I'm doing and it's not in the title. But the circle punch ones say it. So if you want to know what we're talking about, you can go check it out. It's so fun.
it really is. So, do you have any decks, recent acquisitions that you would like to share with people?
I have a few things. Haven't been buying a ton lately, but I do have in my hands the Terra Volatile expansion pack. I have
Oh,
ordered the regular deck now. It was out of stock, out of print. I don't really know. But the expansion pack was available. So when I had saved up for it a bit, and I went on the site, all that was left was the expansion pack, but I bought it anyway. Super high quality. I had seen the first edition and really wanted it. And I was glad to at least get the expansion pack in my hands.
Uh-huh.
And I don't really know what the time frame. I'm not good about this, like knowing when things are going to show up. I'm just surprised when they get here. But
Mhm.
I do have a confirmation email. I remember at least getting that. So the full deck will be on its way to me before long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have been using this expansion just like as an oracle, and it
Sure.
has like a few alternate cards and things like that.
Yeah.
Just really, really awesome kind of vibe that I've been feeling lately. Sort of historical, sort of dark,
Yeah.
sort of a few different things mixed together. Um, so yeah, I've been loving this.
And Ramon said Terra Volatile is amazing. They're doing a new printing, and Tom
Yeah.
said September-ish. And know your limits, purchase responsibly.
And so the one I'll be getting is this, whatever this last little one was, but I can't remember. There have been different editions, different card stocks, and so I don't want to say exactly the one that I got, but it should match this expansion pack. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
really, really high quality.
Debbie said, when I corner rounded my druid craft, my husband was searching the house for the weird clicking noise. I love it.
Right,
And
right.
Nancy also had a great experience with the customer service from Patrick Valenza. And
Absolutely.
and Hershey also said she would never do anything with the Patrick Valenza decks. It's like, okay.
See, and that's just the oh, our generator just kicked on for its little weekly exercise. Don't know if you can hear that, but everything's fine.
So they're printing a new edition to coincide with the new book.
Ah, yes, perfect.
Nice. I mean, and Lisa, I think one of the things that is important for me when I'm modifying a deck is, okay. I mean, I will typically modify a deck that I could get another copy of if
Right,
I mess it up.
right,
So, but yeah, but
right.
or like it's not her boho tarot. Dawn Michelle, she always practices with a with like the title card or something like that.
Yep, yep.
So
But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I have this big box, the James R. Eads Green Glyphs collection that's yet to be opened. My other newbie is the Tildwick that I flashed up here before. This is the 10th anniversary edition.
uh-huh.
So those are the things that I've been kind of using lately, along with my other standbys. Again, if you've been around for a while, you know that I have lots of, my decks for July or whatever are, sometimes I designate them ahead of time, sometimes I don't.
Sure.
Really, since Vela has been born, I really haven't. Last summer, I had some time to designate things like that. Currently, I am just kind of, okay, these two I'm using for client decks, these two I'm using, and then they stay on the table mess and become my decks for the month or two, something like that. So, so I have a lot, but I use a lot each month. I'll do a daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Well, and that reminds me, I watched a video that Nancy or Cron's Intuition posted just earlier this week. Is do you choose a deck or does a deck choose you?
Oh, I remember seeing that notification pop up. I need to check it out.
Yeah. So, but I have coffins for to permanently rest them. Okay, that makes sense.
I love it.
I do too. I do too. So, wow. So, any other great purchases that you want to share? Or
Do I have other great purchase? Oh, you know what? I do. I have, and maybe audience participation, maybe you can all help me, because I have an unopened Kelly Bear pouch here that I got maybe 2 months ago. And it was made for the Next World Tarot regular size. That's what size this is. Okay.
okay,
I don't have that deck. I bought this. Look, I waited a couple days in case someone was waiting for it. No one took it. and I thought, okay, I'm going to grab it, and I don't know what to put in it. So, I mean, I could put a smaller deck in there too, but if anyone has a great idea and knows what size the next world is and wants to help me, but also look how cute everything
Oh,
she
yeah.
sends.
It's
I've
great.
probably got 10 of these or something. She sends a little handmade card, a little bag of tea, little treasures with every purchase. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, stickers. There's 2 stickers in here. There's a little, I don't even know what this is. Oh, bonus card. I've never gotten this before.
Wow.
She's like painted the back, I'm
That's
pretty sure. And there's like this little cute raven that looks like a pretty chunky beak. Anyway,
mhm.
cute little handwritten note.
Yep.
I'm also wearing Kelly Bear earrings.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, you are.
Mix match. So, you know, she's got lots of stuff. So let me just see. Okay, and then another handwritten. Many thanks, Deanne. These things all go in my junk journal, tied up in string. So let's see what it looks like. It's rainbowy. I remember that much.
Mm-hmm. I
And
do
it's
not have
big.
the next world. Does anybody else have the next world? Oh, look at that. That's nice. Oh,
So it
cool.
has a compass charm and a rainbow ribbon. And yeah, it needs a deck friend. Look at the inside of it. Gorgeous.
That.
Gorgeous.
Love that.
So yeah, that's a new little treasure. New to me 2 months ago, but
Hey, it works. It
exactly.
works. One of the decks that I have recently is the Tarot of Oneness.
Okay, now I have heard so much about this. Don't
It's
know anything about it. I did look up a few pictures a couple weeks ago when someone was going on about it, but please tell
it's
us about that.
Richie Longman Tarot. Oh, and Hershey. It's felt.
Oh,
It's
yes.
felt hand stitched. So, but the Tarot of Oneness, I purchased a copy of this. Richie loves it, Longman Tarot,
Okay.
and Jamie Wandering Mountain Bardic Path is getting one for her birthday from me. I have to,
Lovely.
so it's really nice, and so stay tuned
Beautiful.
because yeah, isn't that nice?
Aw.
Because I will be doing actually Jamie, Richie, and I will be doing a deck casual about this.
I love it.
It's a great little deck, and there's the back,
Beautiful.
and nice, nice edging. So it's really, really glorious. Um, and I have Jackie Jacaranda's here. Hi, Jackie.
Becky.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, and Jamie, of course, is looking forward to seeing it for sure. And the delay in sending it to Jamie is I am finishing the art quilt that I'm making for her, and then I'm going to save. I can send it all out at once.
So special.
Yes, and yeah, the edging is really nice. Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. So it's very bright and colorful. So Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot is here. Hi, good to see you.
Uh,
So the other thing that I bought recently was Monday. I did a laugh and learn about human design.
yes, I was able to catch that one. Loved it.
Yes, and so I bought the book that she was talking about, that Jennifer was mentioning.
Nice.
And because I am an overachiever, I knew my limits, and I bought the deck that
That's
is.
amazing. Yeah,
So
that's right
I
up
was
my
I was
alley.
I just peeled off the plastic,
Love it. Yes.
and so I got to work with it a little bit. So you know,
That's so awesome.
thank you. And Tom no, says I really curate my tarot collection. I do
I'm
too.
not trying to laugh. I'm so sorry. I'm manic right now. and giddy, like sitting around all of my decks. And I'm not laughing. I love watching people go through, declutter, cull their stuff, say, look, these are my 10 decks. This is what I'm doing. I love that. I love watching people just with a ridiculously high
Oh, of course.
stack of stuff. I love knowing what you do with your practice. I love watching you just be excited about something, just be excited about something. It's
Yep.
excitement is wonderful. But anyway, I'm fascinated by people who have this like culling, curated, perfect, because that's what I want to say. It's appealing to me, even
Mhm.
though it's not me.
Yeah, well, and see, and that's the thing. There's, there's so many different versions of YouTube and
Right.
TarotTube, and I think it's great. And I actually like it when people look through their collection and they see and they rediscover things. And it's like Lisa Pepez, she goes through her collection when she's considering a new deck. What do I have that's similar to this? And what would this bring?
Right.
I mean, it's great.
Yeah,
It's
I
great.
just love the psychology of all of it. I love to just know what you are doing, whoever you are. I really, really do.
You got it. Sonia said that the Terror of Oneness looks like it belongs in your pouch.
Right, I know. This poor beautiful pouch needs a deck.
Okay, well, whatever you do, know your limits and purchase responsibly.
Right, I need to shop my shelves, which is another thing I love to do, which is kind of what we're
I
talking
do too.
about. And find out what can fit in here because it is a bit oversized. So do I have like a big oracle that can fit in here? I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott says your hair looks great.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, and all right. Tom said, I hate getting rid of things. I don't rehome decks usually, so I have to watch what I bring in.
That's that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to understand what works for us and stop trying to argue with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do know a lot of people talk about no, this is not what Tom is saying because he's saying he watches it before it ever comes in. Some people bring a bunch in and then they're like, now these other 10 have to go, or now I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to do. I know that feeling.
Hmm.
It's to do with my closet of clothing upstairs. So I know that world.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen in this room.
Yeah. I mean, and what's interesting is, Jeffrey and I are both tarot collectors and tarot readers. So there are some times when I will purchase two of a deck,
Yep.
because he can have his deck and I can have my copy and his copy. So, and it is what it is. So, and Hershey said, "I'm sure I'll be definitely be rehoming some of mine when I get them out of storage. I'm the same way about them, though. I mean, I you know, you do you, and when we line up, and if when you have too many decks.
Right.
Oh, Jamie is reminding us to sip.
Oh yes. She's so good at that.
Hmm. Jamie, are you TAing this morning? So, oh, Miss Moonlight Musing said, I am a minimalist except for tarot and art supplies. Yeah. So
Sounds like a good balance to me.
I like it. So, um, we've been on for a lovely hour and 10 minutes, and I want to be respectful of your time. Anything you want to share with people while they remember to go over and like and subscribe to Blue Crescent Tarot?
Thank
Oh,
you.
here, I should do this. Go over and
Oh
like and
yes.
subscribe.
It's free.
It's free. Yes. You can even use the tiny hand to do that. It's free. So
Do I need to tell people anything? I don't really think so. I don't have anything to tell you about what's coming up because I'm just gonna pop up at some point. Um, but yeah, just be good to each other. Get your cards on the table.
yes, get your cards on the table.
Yeah, do it. It's gonna be so fun. Today's a great day to get cards on the table.
Absolutely.
Um, Cozy up with your Benebell planner.
Oh my
It's the
gosh.
thing that
And
brings
did
me
you get,
joy.
speaking of which, oh, okay, go ahead. Tell us the joy there.
Just this is so awesome because I love a spiral bound notebook. I love how Lulu gives you this nice matte cover. I like that it's all bendy and flexy. Do you want to know why? It's because my kindergarten teacher had, I mean, it was thicker than this. It was probably like this. A big yellow book. It was called Highlights. I think it was called Highlights, not like the
Okay.
Highlights magazine. So it may have been called something else. And I feel like as the series of them went on to other grades, they were called different things. But
Okay.
anyway, that was like her curriculum book for us for in kindergarten. And she would sit on this little stool and we'd all sit in a circle. And just the way she held this book, I don't know, flip the pages open and it rolls open and she would read to us out of this book. And it's
I
just
love that.
so in my heart. And so I just always want a soft spiral bound book like Mrs. Parker had.
Oh, and
And
still
yeah.
remembers her name. I love that.
Oh, yes, yes. Her first name was Jean, I'm quite certain. And she also sang in the church choir where I went to church. And I thought it was very cool. And I told everyone that that was my kindergarten teacher. And she was just amazing. But anyway, this is a planner. You can get Metaphysician's Day Planner by Ben and Bell Wen that she puts out every year. And they're amazing. And it's like $25 and you can choose your own cover. And so I put a Mindscapes reading I did on this, and it has the Emperor here in the center, and that's my card of the year. So the past couple of years, I've done my card somehow on the cover of it.
Oh, nice.
Um, I think the first one I ever got was like a little tiny newborn picture of Max because it was just so sweet, and that's what I put on there that year. But anyway, this brings me joy. Cozy up with a workbook or a planner.
Yes.
Get cards on the table. That's
Get
all. Those are
cards
my
on the table.
messages
Yes.
for the world.
Did you get the Spirit Keep the new edition of the Spirit Keepers
I
Tarot?
did not. I have the Revelation edition right here
Yeah.
by my side. I don't have the new one. I don't think I'm going to get the newest edition. I'm just going to rock with this one for a while, but I do love her. She's just a complete encyclopedia of a human.
It's yes, a great resource for the book. Miss Moonlight Musing asked, "Do either of you have the Somnia Tarot?" I love that one. I do.
I do. I was gifted that Somnia by our sweet Pamela Batchelor, and yeah, I used it a lot last spring and summer during sort of a dark time, and it was extremely therapeutic for me.
That's good.
I
I
do
love
love
that.
it.
I love that, and that is on my list of decks that I want to do a deep dive. I enjoy that. The deep dives are fun. Um, so just sharing that on Monday, the 10th of July at 2 p.m. Eastern, Ms. Tarot D and
Ooh,
I are planning to do a Divine Diversity Tarot deck casual. It's the
I
Joe Phillips.
love that.
So this is Ms. Tarot D's favorite deck. And I'm like going, well, if it's your favorite deck,
Do it.
then we need to do that. So we're planning on doing that on Monday. So
I love it. Look at this. Gerald is just got our bases covered for the week. Amazing.
uh and then on Wednesday, no, on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, it's the Woo Woo Witchery and Coffee Club. We are sharing what is in our woo woo bags.
Oh,
So
I love that. Makes
so
me want to make a woo woo bag. Don't even have one. So,
wait, okay. Well, is your woo woo bag?
oh, did you? It's
Excuse
okay.
me. What? I'm like,
Okay, it's all right. I'm gonna get one going. I've got
Well, okay, but do you have a tarot bag?
I did. I do. I don't, it's not really in use so much anymore. When I was working, I I had a tarot bag. I mean, because I'd go to the office, I'd go to the dance studio, I'd go all these different places. Now I don't really go anywhere. So I do have one, and it was my first ever bag that I transported that I used specifically for tarot. And for a long time, I wouldn't take decks out of my house, but I finally felt comfortable with it. And when I did, I had them wrapped in a, this was before I was reading at the shop and everything and had
Mhm.
to take decks out. So I wrapped them in like this Starry Night pillowcase that I had, not actually Starry Night, just night sky.
Uh-huh.
And so I wrapped them up in something that was in the
Yes.
room that they lived in and put it in this little cute gray fold over bag with a brown trim. It's really cute. And that's why it was my tarot bag, and it was perfect. I don't even actually know where that bag is right now, but
It's been decommissioned.
yes, yeah, it's just waiting. It's waiting for its return back out into the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and I think, whatever woo woo you're talking about, do you have
exactly.
something with that? So I'm actually going to be sharing what's in my ritual bag. So when I go to ritual, I've got that. So,
That's
and
amazing.
yeah, I'm
Can't
looking forward.
wait for all these things you're doing.
So it's going to be quite entertaining. So, but all right, everybody, thank you, Deanne, for being here. It has been wonderful.
Thank
Like,
you.
oh my gosh. And Nancy has this crazy idea that I'm so organized. I think the index cards help. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's either that or just like go crazy.
It's either that or live like me. And you don't want that.
Well, but Deanne, one of the great things that you've done is I loved you going through your tarot collection because it's just been fun. And
Yes.
I used to work in a library, so I'm like going, everything has a place and everything in its place.
I do. I was just thinking the other day, it was fun to just do that. And I have left it in that configuration. I really do love the setup as it is. So yeah, the overflow shelf haven't tackled yet, but that's why it's over there. So it doesn't mess up this library inventory.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. This was so fun. I just can't say enough. Thank you so much.
So, and Lori Kramer just showed up. So, Lori, it's good to see you, and thank you. Love seeing tarot collections. All right, all right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Please take
Thank
care.
you.
All right, let's see. What do I got? Here we go. And